How long shall we wait for the trial of Senzo Meyiwa to get to finish? How long should the Senzo Meyiwa family have to wait in order for them to find the true justice about the loved ones? Guys, tell me, for how long this case of Robert Meyiwa, it will have always to be postponed each and every time? Welcome back to another drama inside the Pretoria court, where we get to see on how they had to postpone this case again, and this time it is until next year. So we'll have to wait for 6 good months in order for this case to get to resume inside the court. You have not seen it all, I'm telling you. For those who always watch me, time to time I keep on telling you that I'm afraid to say that this case will last for so many years. Instead, you can even give birth to a child. This child will grow up, will get to know who is Senzo Meyiwa and what had happened to Senzo Meyiwa. Your child will end up following or watching this case of Senzo Meyiwa as much you are doing as well. Because all we get to see it is postponement, time to time. Not long ago, we coming from an adjoint before this court get to resume. And when it resumed, I told you that I'm afraid to tell you that this court is not even going to resume for more than 2 weeks. And look at us, only 2 weeks. Now it is another drama. Yet there is another postponement in this case. So we sleep, waking up expecting that we're going to see a new witness standing inside the court so that they can get to tell us the side of the story. But boom, surprisingly, another drama yet. And we must get used to this kind of things time to time. Guys, the case of Robert Senzo Meyiwa, the Bafana captain and Orlando Pirates goalkeeper, is being postponed once again. And this time there is a lot of things that has been going on. And for those who always watch us here at Cool Bears, you'll remember for sure that we keep on telling you time to time that there's something which is being building. Something is happening on the background of this case. From the moment when Malisela Tefo withdrew from this case, the whole treatment that has been receiving, from the betrayal that we get to see between the councillors, I had strong feelings. I had told you guys that something will happen. And today, the court had to be postponed because there is someone called by the name of Sipo Ramaselele, something like that, who had to show up inside the court that is the one who's taking over the accused number 1 and the accused number 2 in this case. And this person is being assigned by the parent of Bongani Tanzi, who had to go and look for him to come and represent Bongani Tanzi. As you all know, Bongani Tanzi is the man that Tumelo Madlala had pointed the finger inside the court, saying that is the man who had hinted that house in the night when Senzo Meyiwa was killed. For what reasons? Well, stay tuned, watch this video until the end. I will tell you exactly what had motivated Bongani Tanzi family to decide to go and abandon Titi Toban, so that they'll have to pick up another advocate. Because him being mentioned inside the court, or being pointed finger by someone as a witness who was in that house, those are serious allegations. And you as the accused, you need to have someone you can rely on. Someone who can have your side, someone who can help you understand of what these allegations are all about. Because if everything goes fine, Bongan Tanzi will end up walking out of that court as a free man. But if everything goes well, if everything goes wrong, then Bongan Tanzi will have to be arrested immediately and be sent perhaps for life in sentence in jail. Is that what Bongan Tanzi family will accept if they do believe that Bongan Tanzi is innocent? Nope. Besides that, there is a lot which is being said so far. That includes the famous docket, the second docket, which mentioned some couple of people who are supposed to be also appearing inside the court. But unfortunately, these people, they never appear inside the court. So with all this, it is all about advocates and counselors, attorneys, all in generals. They are trying to battle to win the market. Everyone, they want to become famous. Who's gonna come and rescue these 5 accused from killing Senzo Meyiwa as they're being accused so far? So the person who's gonna succeed to prove the innocent, this person is not just gonna be a famous advocate or a famous attorney. Instead, this person is going to be someone very famous. Is gonna have a lot of clients all over around the country. They will be receiving calls from different clients who would love to have such kind of an advocate or attorney to go and represent them in a different issue that they'll be facing inside the court. So it becomes a serious battle between attorneys and advocates. They try to challenge each other. You guys will get to see on the news when they had to bring in an advocate or an attorney to give their point of view or the analysis about what is being on, about what is happening inside the court. You get to see on how they get even to criticize each other to the point of trying to tell other people that I believe me, I can do better. If I was there, I was going to ask this question, I was going to do this, I was going to do that. And for that reason, there was no way that someone like a Titi Toban was going to survive from all this. In our previous video, I spoke to you. When I was talking about Titi Toban, I had raised the 2 points. Point number 1 is that the attorney Titi Toban inside the court, since Malisela Tefo left the court, withdrew from being defending attorney, advocate from this accused number 2 to 4 to 5, to say, things have changed around. We all get to notice that the treatment which Judge Maumela was saving for Advocate Malisela Tefo, it was now applied by Titi Toban. We get to see on how Titi Toban got interrupted so many times by Advocate, by the Judge Maumela. Every time he asks questions, you get to see how Judge Maumela have to come and support the witness who's being cross-examined. We get to say that sometimes where Titi Toban have to exchange because he was so angry with the judge, so he had to exchange words with the judge, trying to remind judge that what you are doing is not fair, because it's like you are putting words in the mouth of the witness. You should leave the witness to answer the question that I'm asking him. Isn't it? We all saw that. And I even made a video asking you a question: what if Malisela Tefo was right? What if Tefo was right all along when he started denouncing all this? Because we all saw how this man, he was talking about what is happening inside the court, what is going on in this with this case of Robert Senzo Meyiwa, what he planned to do, and how he gets to see some of obstacle coming all along, trying to disturb him. He insisted so many times saying that they don't want me to be on this case because they want to flame my clients. But no one believed him. No one paid attention to what this man was saying. No one considered what he was trying to say. Now that things are at this point, you get to see how things are changing around. The time when Malisela Tefu needed the help from his learned friend, such as a Titi Toban, we all see how Titi Toban turned his back against Malisela Tefu. All because he wanted to take over. He believed he was going to do much better. He was going to continue to do much better than Advocate Malisela Tefu. He believed that he deserved to take all the credit. He wanted to become also famous as Malisela Tefu had become, because whether we like it or not, guys, this case of, this trial of Senzo meyiwa had made many people become very famous. Yes, many people are becoming very famous with this death of Senzo meyiwa. It's just simple, you need to go and present yourself inside the court, speak about some lies or do some things, and the next tomorrow become famous. Because the whole nation, we are paying attention to get to understand what is happening or what had happened. Everyone, they want to become famous. That's the reason why you get to see someone who's supposed to be a best friend to Senzo meyiwa. They went inside the court and they become an enemy. Someone who just uses Senzo meyiwa's name and picture to make money from Netflix. When now he reach inside the court, he become an enemy. He could not even defend his so-called best friend. Of course, I'm talking about Tumelo Matlala. Do you think that I was not going to mention his name? No, man. We need to speak the truth. Someone who's becoming famous out of nothing. All because of the name of the late Senzo meyiwa. Someone who gets to show how greedy he is. You go, you make money with the name of your friend by using his picture and his name. Someone who had paid you transport since you could not even be able to bring yourself in Gauteng. They send you money, you come all the way from Durban, you get here in Gauteng, yet today you are failing his memories. You could not even help people to get to understand something about what had happened. You could not even convince people to trust you're innocent in all this. Instead, you show up inside the court as someone who's very arrogant. Someone who had just said nonsense, which could not even bring value in what everyone were expecting outside there, as from someone who cares the most about Senzo. See the kind of friends that you guys will get to attract. I'm afraid to say that Senzo, where he is right now, with all this nonsense happening inside the court, Senzo is turning inside his grave. Senzo is crying, guys. He's very disappointed. He's very shocked. How many years now? How many years that Senzo meyiwa has been killed? And see the drama. One drama after another. Today is Zandile Mushulolo asking for the court to be postponed because she needs to go through the second docket and get familiar with it. Tomorrow over there, it is Titi Toban coming and chasing Malisela Tefu away from this court, that no, I'm going to take over. I'm the one who deserves to be here. The next tomorrow, you are getting to see other people coming with the stories. Someone showing up inside the court. Oh no, I'm being assigned by the family of accused number 1 and 2. At the same time, on the other side, you get to see Titi Toban standing up saying that no, my lord, on our side, we were not aware about this. We did not know nothing about this. We are also surprised. So we are asking for the court to be adjourned for a few minutes so that we can come up with a closure. What the hell is going on in this murder case of Robert Senzo meyiwa? Hmm? Guys, are you not even pity for this family? Yo. Huh? When people are sitting expecting to see the justice happening in all this, all we get to see is some people coming up with stories. What guarantee do you have that tomorrow, after this case it is over, I mean after this case resume, what guarantee do you have that it's gonna resume forever? Because they are not respecting anything. Last time I remember Judge Maumela begging them, asking both councillors that they should try by all means on their side to make these things move a little bit quick. Last week when the court was postponed for today, Monday, we were all told that the new witness will be expected to appear inside the court. And here we remain playing a guessing game, where some they had to ask who will be this new witness that will have to appear inside the court. Some they're like, no, that person can be Kelly Kumalo. Some they're like, no, it can be this. Even myself, I also played that game. I told you there's two people who appear in my mind so far, who's supposed to be appearing inside the court. The first person, it is Longo Twala, whom I believe was supposed to be the next person to stand inside that court. The second person, that would be perhaps a medical specialist who had done the DNA that confirms that the bullet, how it went through Senzo. Because they needed some evidence which were gonna come and add some value on what Tumelo Matlala had spoken about inside the court. Or they need someone who were in that house to come also and add on what is being said so far by Tumelo Madlala. But see what is happening. Ay, anyeke. Yo, you're never gonna trust this kind of people. Too much dramas. Too much dramas, guys. That is all I see inside this court. And you can see, even when judge was giving that final decision on how this case have to be postponed. Next here, guys, you could see how the judge was so sad and angry at the same time, because the state advocate George Baloy had told the court that on our side we are ready. The next witness is behind our walls. We just need to call him and he's gonna come up here. But if there is this now happening, I don't know. Now they have to postpone this case until next year. For what reason? Obviously to allow enough time to this so-called new advocate or lawyer who's going to take over, accuse number 1 and number 2, for him to get familiar with this case. So which means you will have to go through everything from day one. You need to go through all the documents to get to know. For an example, when Thabo Mosia came inside the court, what did Thabo Mosia said? What were the questions which they put to Thabo Mosia? What did Thabo Mosia answer? He's going to do the same with the second sergeant, police sergeant who came in, to understand and get familiar with what is being said so far. He's going to apply again with this, the same method on Tumelo Madlala, to get to know what Tumelo said, because Tumelo was in that house. What did Tumelo said in this house, in this court? What was the question? Did Titi Toban, Zandile Mshilolo had asked Tumelo Madlala? If it happened that one of them miss up something, some crucial questions, one of these lawyers I'm talking about, Titi Toban, Sandile Mushilolo, if they miss up something and they feel like, no, if it was me, this is the question I was going to ask, then when he comes back, he might come and ask again someone like Tumelo Madlala to come back inside the court so that he can get to ask him again this question. That is the reason why you get to understand whenever a witness, whether it is a Thabo Mosia, whether it is a Tumelo Madlala and other people, whenever you finish giving your testimony, the judge will tell you that, okay, thank you so much for making yourself possible, for making yourself available for us. Now you can leave the court, but keep in mind, if we need you again, we'll call you. So you need always, once you appear inside the court, you'll have to always make yourself available so that if there is something which need clarity, they still have to call you back. And when they call you back, there's no any guarantee that you can do even one day. No, not even 3 weeks that Tumelo Madlala had appeared inside the court. No, it can even take months, as long they get what exactly they're expecting to hear from you. So this new lawyer, he might also come and ask for Tumelo Madlala to come back inside the court so that he can also scream up with questions. But guys, I don't want to make a long video because I need to talk to you what really motivates the family of Bongwan Panzi to change the advocate. There is a lot of things that I just discover out right now. Join me in my next video so that we can get to understand exactly what really happened so that we can get here. My name is Zopsi Nyembe. Please do like this video and subscribe to the channel if you find anything interesting. But most of all, meet me in the second part of this video where I'm going to talk or to tell you exactly why they have to cancel Titi Toban and replace him with Sipo as the new representative in to this accused number 1 and 4. I mean, and 2, 4, 2. Yeah. Now, which means in this case, there's a possibility that we'll be having 3 counselors. And therefore, I'll also try to tell you why someone like a Titi Toban have to come and find out in the last minute that the person he pretend to say that is my client, I'm representing him, they had changed their mind and hire someone else behind his back. Now they are coming back inside the court, telling the court that, asking him inside the court that he should not be angry against us. He should talk to us. We can greet, we can remain friends because we all come from the same state. Hey, no wonder. Yo, all right, guys. See you again in the next video. Ciao, ciao for now. Love you all.